No other beaches can compare to Australia. There's nothing like Australian beaches. Australia just has better beaches than anywhere in the world. The most well-known would be Bondi, but I don't want to go to Bondi because some people were stabbed in Bondi. It was on the news, so I just want to like stay on the DL, you know what I mean? Like not go where it's red hot. I just don't like to go to Bondi.
Hey, good morning. What's up? Did you miss me? Not gonna lie, my vlogs have been whack as shit lately, just like my mental state. But today I thought I'd treat my fans, I treat my subs with a normal video
Relatively normal.
of
Things that I like and dislike about Australia.
whether you live here in this video that you might relate to, or you don't and you're thinking about moving here, you want to travel here one day. Let me give you some tips, things to watch out for, things to come and see. Let me guide you.
To the land down under.
That's not the national anthem or anything. All right, national anthem.
Australian OLED.
I kid you not, the tradesmen have been outside since 7 a.m. this morning. 7 a.m. And it is 10:47. Bruh. But thank you for your services. Thank you. Sorry if you can't hear me very well because they're doing like a lot of
stuff outside.
But like, I guess that's one thing that I like about Sydney, Australia. People do things, like people get on top of things, especially in bigger cities like Sydney. They're currently chopping down a tree because a tree fell over. I'll put some photos into it. It's not that important, but the point I'm trying to say is you can have any service at your door whenever you want. They're pretty sufficient for someone that came from China, and they also do things properly. They do things legally.
Most things, anyway.
Australians are pretty reliable. They won't cut you short. They won't try to like scam you. Like, I mean people that have proper businesses. They are pretty honest people that just trying to make a living. That's one thing that I think I really love about Australia. And another thing about Australia, the boys.
The man.
Now, I hate to pop the bubble for the ladies. I personally don't think that there are that many attractive men in Australia, but maybe that's because I care about the personality. Attractive people, they're just Australian citizens, or they just happen to be in Australia. They're not necessarily Australian, right? They're probably, yeah, they're ethnic. They're not Australian. And but I don't want to get too deep into that. I think my favorite thing about Australia is genuinely the nature, the beaches. Like is that it's very multicultural. Like, as you could probably tell from today's vlog, there are a lot of different types of people from different types of places. Like, anyone can feel free to be anything here. It's a very open and relatively free country compared to other places in the world, some other places in the world. And second would be the people. Australian people are genuinely nice. Like, they're chill, they keep to themselves. It's like the workers that I mentioned this morning. They most likely won't scam you. They are honest people. They make an honest living. There's not too much trouble.
This is all I need, guys, for the night. Shelter, Benji, my Uggs, the beach. I should literally come out and chill here tonight. Like, get some dinner, drive here, watch the sunset. What do you guys think? Should I actually come back? This is sick. It's a little small though, and if it starts raining, this could be a sick thumbnail.
Because Australia is multicultural, I guess the third thing would be the food. Now, I'm not a big foodie. I don't roam around now anyway. I'm 25. I don't roam around looking for food. I'm not a foodie anymore. But I would say if you are a foodie and you love food, Australia is the place to be. It's so multicultural, so there's a lot of fusion cuisines, a lot of different foods from all different types of places. Some Australian restaurants that are really nice and authentic can be compared to food that you would eat overseas. It's not necessarily any less authentic. The food here is genuinely pretty decent. And depending on where you go, it's okay priced, which goes now to the things that I dislike. Australia is expensive, especially Sydney, Brisbane, and Melbourne. These are the three, I would say, relatively more on the more expensive scale, especially Sydney and Brisbane. Sydney rent is crazy insane, and yeah, everywhere you go, it feels like as soon as you step out of the house, you're like just automatically taxed $200 each day. Like, I'm scared to leave the house because you just keep spending. There's just spending all the time.
Wait, why is this tree like really low-key cool? I want to sit on it. Thumbnail. Another thing that I don't necessarily dislike this, but I feel like a lot of people say this, but the fashion isn't that great in Australia. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing, but compared to like other places in the world, like maybe compared to China, people there like to buy stuff, or maybe Korea. I feel like, I've never been to Korea, but I feel like Korean people love their fashion and skincare. So it's like, and Japan, those, like, I feel like Asian countries are more into fashion. But in Western countries, I feel like, especially in Australia, people don't care that much about what they wear. Too much clothes gives me anxiety now. But anyway, that's a different story. And I guess another thing is, I feel like Australians aren't typically that opinionated. I know that my friends aren't, but that's mainly because my friends are very chill. They don't want to start fights. They're not very controversial. They're not confrontational. But yes, it's less confrontational, less eager to talk about politics, less eager to talk about anything that's controversial. They enjoy small talk. They enjoy
lighthearted talk, lighthearted banter. I feel like conversations don't get that deep unless if you have friends that you can get vulnerable with. But if it's just normal people, or unless if you have like family or like really, really close friends, but like if it's just friends or if you want to chat, don't expect anything too deep. Because that's just something that I've noticed here.